Let me tell you guys about BellyUpSports. BellyUpSports is the internet sports bar. Go ahead and check out their website, www.bellyupsports.com, to read some great articles from great writers all across the country, from hockey, baseball, golf, soccer, you name it. BellyUpSports is the premier, not your average website. It has been announced the drawings for the 2025 FIFA Club World Cup has been announced. As you guys know, I have been very anti FIFA Club World Cup. I'm still not necessarily fond of the FIFA Club World Cup, but I mean, obviously we still are going to have to cover it because it is the game. But like I said, man, the way we're doing these summer tournaments now is we're just gonna cover that. We're not gonna we'll essentially have our off season. So, but they did do the drawing for the groups for the teams that are participating in this year's tournament. And I mean, I gotta say, give props to FIFA, man, for them to still try to make it appear that this tournament is going to happen. Uh, I don't know if they've have found a person to cover the to find a broad. I don't think they found a broadcast deal yet to who's gonna cover this tournament. I know once again Apple TV offered to do it for I think $1 billion, which is a three quarters less, 4 times less than what they wanted. They actually wanted 4 billion for this tournament, but yeah, that should probably be telling in some sense. But anyways. So the groups were announced. They have drawn the groups, so we know who's playing who next summer. Or I guess this summer. Yeah, it's this summer. So, all right. So in Group A, we have Palmeiras of Brazil, Porto of Portugal, Al Ahly of Egypt, and MLS's very own Inter Miami. That obviously is currently being laughed at right now because of the fact that they got eliminated by a wild card team after having the best, quote unquote, best season. Well, they did it. They did have the best regular season for an MLS team, but then getting eliminated right away in MLS Cup is pretty hilarious. But yes, they are the host city. They'll be kicking off the tournament, by the way. So the first game actually will on June 14th will be Al Ahly versus Inter Miami. And a lot of people are saying that they tried their best to give Inter Miami the easiest group humanly possible, which I don't think is necessarily an easy group because you're going up against Porto, a really good team in Portugal. Palmeiras, I mean, they're of a name. You know that if you know Brazilian football, you know that Palmeiras is a pretty good team. Al Ahly, I'm not very familiar with Egyptian football, but that is a name that at least I've heard of. So it's not going to be an easy couple matches, but it will be interesting to see how that all pans out. Like I said, man, I may be anti this tournament, but like I said, I'll still watch it and I'll still cover it in some aspect. But yeah, Group B is going to be France's own PSG, Spain's Atletico Madrid, Brazil's Botafogo, and the U.S.'s very own Seattle Sounders. That is Group B. It's an interesting group. Yeah, I'm going to be praying for Seattle because that is not an easy group to be in. Group C is Germany's Bayern Munich, Australia's Auckland City, Argentina's very own Boca Juniors, and Portugal's Benfica. So that's actually gonna be a pretty interesting group. I might be intrigued to watch some of these. Wonder if any of these are going to be in Texas. But maybe not. But because I think also the Gold Cup, Texas is going to be hosting some Gold Cup games. I don't know about anything else like that. But in Group D, we got Brazil's Flamengo, Turkey's Esperance. Oh no, Tunisia. My apologies. Esperance de Tunis. London's very own Chelsea, England. If you guys don't know where London is, and Mexico's Club Leon. That is Group D. Group E is Argentina's River Plate, Japan's Urawa Red Diamonds, Mexico's own Monterrey, and Italy's Inter Milan. I think that's a interesting group of teams as well. Group F is Brazil's Fluminense, Germany's Borussia Dortmund, Korea's Ulsan HD, and from South Africa, Mamelodi Sundowns. I love these African team names, by the way. Um, Group G, we have Manchester City from England. We got Morocco's Wydad AC, United Arab Emirates Al Ain, and Italy's very own Juventus. Group H, we got Spain's Real Madrid, my club, Real Madrid. Saudi Arabia's Al Hilal, Mexico's Club Pachuca, and Austria's Red Bull Salzburg. I would say Real Madrid should be running away with that, and that is the final group. So those are the groups that are participating in the first ever FIFA Club World Cup. They unveiled the trophy, which is a a a plate, but you can spin it. So little John Cena influence on that one. But is the names interesting? Yes. Do I still have a lot of questions behind how this tournament is going to function? Yes. So like I said, as much as I'm very anti this tournament, I'm going to cover it because it's one, it's here in the US, and two, it's a thing. So yeah, very similar to like if the European Super League would have happened, I would have still have covered it. As much as I didn't like it and what it represented, I still would have covered the tournament. Like as much as I said what I said about it. But anyways, that is yeah, my take from it is that obviously the teams participating it's a variety of teams from different parts of the world. I think here in the US it's a little interesting because obviously you have so many people from different parts of the world that live here in the US that I think it's gonna be cool to see some of those Egyptian fans, some of those United Arab Emirates fans that go see go support these clubs that are not your non-traditional teams that people support. Obviously, not the teams from Spain or England or from Germany and Italy. It's even the Brazilian teams, like or the Argentinian teams, or it's gonna be those other teams that I think that it's gonna be cool to see them get their moment in the sun, if you will. And so that's gonna be cool for them. It's a cool opportunity for them. I just once again I get like a huge like Fire Fest vibe from how so far the FIFA Club World Cup has been looked at from the one obviously still haven't been able to find a broadcast deal, and that seems pretty important to have. Um, so I think that there's going to be some things that I still have a lot of questions for, but aside from that, it's still going to be a tournament that's going to be watched. It's going to be people are going to either criticize for how it's being be presented. Um, if it does happen, there's going to be a lot of criticism to it, and if the tournament turns out to be really cool, people are going to praise it, despite all the questions that came from it. So it's still going to be something to pay close attention to. That's all I'm saying.